there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here and for joining me for this weekly. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back. And for my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. It means the world to me. If you would like a personal reading with me, all that information is in the description box below, or you can hop on over to capellawellness.com and check out my service suite there. I would like to announce that I am offering a special love reading for the month of February only, since I don't normally do love readings. I thought February is the month of love. I do a love reading, but do it a little bit different. If you're interested in that, please check out the description box below. There is a direct link to book that reading, or if you go to my website, capellawellness.com, you'll find it in the service suite underneath personalized readings. All right. I wish all of you a beautiful, wonderful, enlightening, empowering week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I hope you are doing super. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. I send you many blessings and much, much love, as I always do. All right, Aquarius. If you've never been here before, what we're going to do is we're going to see where your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about, so you can align yourself with and attract the many, many blessings and miracles God has waiting for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you to help you navigate this week's energies and to get your affirmation of the week, as well as a little bit of a wellness tip. And then we will see what is going on with your love situation. All right, let's see what your overall theme is for this week, Aquarius. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is the overall theme for Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, I like this. Compatibility. All right, Aquarius. This is really about you understanding who are you really compatible with. Now, as usual, I tend to talk about my own stories. Excuse me while I light my incense. I forgot to do that. About being compatible. So this is really about understanding I'm trying to get it out. This really stems from whether you and somebody in a romantic relationship or even a friendship, okay? Could be all types of relationships. Whether you guys have the same core values, you have similar dreams and aspirations, you guys have the same, not the exact same goals, but similar, right? You could have like a one goal that is exactly the same. That'd be awesome. But we don't tend to think about that, do we? And I know growing up, every time I wanted to be in a relationship with someone, it was more about the romance. It was more about just being with somebody, right? We don't want to be alone. People say things if you're like single and stuff like that. It's like society has made singlehood look bad. And it's not. It's the most enlightening, empowering thing ever. Not that we're not meant to live life alone. We're not. There's somebody for everybody. But it's a matter of really standing in our power and becoming our true, authentic selves to attract someone who's vibrating at the same level as we are, and not seeking validation or seeking some sort of what's the word? Not seeking validation and not seeking some sort of sense of completeness or wholeness with somebody else, right? That comes from within. And what happens is when we think we're compatible with someone, we're really not. And when I analyze all of my relationships from the past, Aquarius, I realized that we didn't really have a lot in common, which meant we were never compatible to begin with, which led to disharmonious, unfulfilling relationships. I was basing it off of these fairy tale notions of compatibility, of, romance, whatever this was. And that's what led me to not really have fulfilling relationships. And it ended up leading to me getting into connections where, and I'll be honest here, I was controlled. It was like I would hold back my truth. I would suppress my emotions. I would I was a people pleaser. I will admit to that. Okay. I did way too much in that, and not just in the people that I dated and even my marriage, but with almost everything else, even at work and certain coworkers or certain friendships. I mean, it was bad, guys. I'm not going to lie. It was bad. Okay. I was sacrificing my happiness for others' happiness. And I was like, what am I doing? It wasn't until I ran into my divine counterpart. I was doing the same thing with my counterpart. And then it hit me. It was like, you know what, Jess, what are you doing? You're kind of forcing yourself to be in a relationship when you know that there's no true compatibility there. I mean, if you look at these two people, look, when somebody is like similar to you, there's compatibility there. Okay. I've done compatibility charts, all right, to see if two people are actually not meant for each other, but if they're compatible enough. And sometimes if you're in a divine counterpart connection, the light counterpart, twin flame is what they call, but I don't like to put labels on it. Sometimes in those charts, you start realizing that there's no way this is going to work. It's kind of like going to blow up in your face type of thing. And it does have to do with what's in your chart, right? Sometimes people are just not going to work out, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to find the love of your life. No. It just really means that with relationships, we really have to understand what it is that we really should be seeking. And again, it's based off the core values and the goals that we want to set for ourselves are things that we absolutely will not tolerate type of thing, right? We can still unconditionally love everybody, but then there are some people where it's like, I really don't like somebody who is like trying to follow people like a puppy all the time, or people who are they don't speak their truth type of thing. It depends. Everybody's different. But the big thing here is when you are your true self, Aquarius, you're going to attract someone who is like you, like I said, who is vibrating at your level. That's why it's so important to focus on the inner work and your healing, and to become in alignment with your higher self, to understand the divinity within you and within others. And it's kind of hard because some of us, we try to be someone that we're not, just so that we can get the approval of someone, just so that we could feel loved by somebody else, whoever this might be. And it could be, with parents and your siblings and your friends and even a spouse, right? Like I said, my ex-husband and I, when I really looked at it, and my family pointed that out, but nobody said anything, but that's okay because that was a lesson in itself. I had one sister tell me, you guys never had anything in common, and we never did. We never did. So how did I expect for my marriage to be harmonious and divine and to be, and no marriage is perfect, obviously not. But it was way more unfulfilling than it was fulfilling. And that stemmed from us being incompatible completely. And honestly, guys, I saw the red flags before, but I was too scared to like jump out because why? I was afraid of being alone. It's so different for me now because I absolutely love it. And I know when my life changes, it's going to be weird for me when I'm when my divine counterpart comes in and God says, "Okay, Jess, you're ready now and this is how, you're going to be living a completely different life now with somebody you're more compatible with." Right? So it's going to be a big change for me when that happens. But the message to all of you is that we really have to be our own selves. And you see how these two people, they're all flying on the same bird, they're sitting on the same rug, they're wearing the same clothes. The only difference is one is female and one is male. And they're passing by each other. It's like, oh, hey, so and so. And it's like, look, they're almost the same. You get to a place where you're being who you truly are, who God made you to be, you will attract that person who's a lot like you. A lot like you. And again, don't act a certain way just to fit in, just to try to attract somebody, get someone's attention, to force it to work. Like look at me. I'm a huge classical music lover, right? My ex-husband was like, "Why do you like that stuff?" Okay? It's a huge part of my life. I played violin for years. Like I just got back into doing that and it's one of my passions. And music is such a big thing for me and I listen to all types of music. I need to have somebody in my life who loves music just as much as I do because I talk about the lyrics and the songs and the arrangements and the messages behind things. I get all intellectual with it, okay? I mean, I'm Gemini Sun. I'm a double air. So it's like Aquarius Moon, Gemini Sun. Like I have to think about all this stuff and I want to talk about it, right? And I would kind of hide that. And other people made fun of me for the fact that I was like a huge nerd when it came to classical music and listening to all these other things, right? I sometimes got made fun of because of the music that I listened to from all types of people, not just from romantic relationships, okay? And what did I do? I kind of like suppressed that. I was kind of hiding that about myself because I was like, well, I want to fit in. I don't want to look like this orchestra nerd. And I was an orchestra nerd growing up. But who gives a crap? That was me. That's what I loved. And it was kind of really silly of me to hide that about myself or to not be proud of that because of what other people were saying. And then I got into these relationships where with everything that I really loved and the other person didn't, it was like there was no conversation there. There was no having fun, going to symphonic orchestras, things like that. It was like that's what I really wanted in my life. And I put that in the back burner. I just let that go. And I was like, okay, well, I'll try to do this and like this because somebody else likes it. No, 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 and no. Aquarius, no. Again, I'm telling you the story because of my experience. And now that I'm like, you know what? I like what I like. And if somebody doesn't, and not everybody's going to like everything, right? Can't be that perfect, but it can be close to it. Right? I could be dealing with somebody who's like a huge sports buff. I love sports too. Football is my favorite sport. Maybe they watch hockey and I don't like hockey at all, but that person does. Okay. But there is a commonality there, right? Because maybe that person likes football too, but their hockey is their biggest sport. I will open up to that. But that doesn't mean that I have to like don all this hockey gear and pretend that I love hockey too. I mean, I know some things about hockey. I did used to watch it. But that doesn't mean that I have to, oh, let me go be a hockey person instead of a football person because this guy, this girl, whoever it is for you, they like hockey. You see what I'm saying, guys? I can go on and on about this. I know I talk a lot, but that's because I channel a lot. And I give a lot of detail. But that's an example for you guys to understand that if you want somebody to kind of like the same things that you do, or the same goals, ideas, or even if, you have this thing with, and you guys are Aquarians, humanity, right? Fighting for the people. You want somebody on your side to kind of be in alignment with those passions that you have. That makes for a great relationship. And then that kind of also adds to a friendship there. You guys are best friends and lovers type of thing. And I know this is turning into a love reading in a sense because of these cards, but it's not just, again, with a partner here. This is about friendships too, right? Hey, being compatible with a friend where you guys like some of the same things and you're vibrating at the same level. You need to have synergy here, to have compatibility, to have this harmonious relationship with someone, whether it's friendship or not. But again, you have to be your authentic self here, Aquarius. You have to be true to who you are. And when you are true with yourself, you're going to attract somebody who can understand and support that. Again, we're not going to be exactly the same. But like I said with the hockey thing, and I'm saying that because my divine counterpart is a huge hockey fan, and I'm like, hockey? Okay, all right. I did watch it before, but it's not my thing. We both love football, so there's that. But I can understand if my divine counterpart is a huge hockey fan, I will support that. I will not make fun of him for it. If he goes all crazy, he's like this huge fanatic and he does these things and he throws pillows or things at the TV. I used to punch pillows when I used to watch football games. I'm a Dolphins fan. Go ahead and laugh at me for that, but I don't care. But anyway, it's where I grew up. Right? I will support my counterpart by being the hockey fan. But again, it doesn't mean that I have to become a hockey fan too, right? I understand it. I support it. We support each other. We don't have to like every single thing together, but there should be some commonalities in the connection. Again, even with friendships here. Okay? And this is not seeing somebody better than the other either. We're all different. As I said, they almost look exactly the same, but one's female and one's male. This guy's got a beard. She doesn't. She has lighter colored hair. He has darker colored hair. Right? There's still going to be differences between everyone. But when you start finding things that are similar to each other and you accept the differences, but those differences are the ones where sometimes, like I said, you could have a huge no-no for someone that really goes against who you truly are. It goes against your passions. It goes against your beliefs. That's different, right? Then that might be a big thing that might not make you compatible. And again, you cannot end up changing who you are if you're not your authentic self. And you can't start following somebody else's beliefs when you are not even an inch close to believing in what somebody else believes in, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that, Aquarius. Even lifestyles, too. Lifestyles are important. I remember working with somebody who was married to someone who didn't leave the cap on the tube of toothpaste. And that drove him out the window, so much so that he couldn't be married to the person anymore. but he wasn't looking at all the other things. And I'm not judging him, right? I'm just saying it's a story here. And then he started to realize she had a completely different lifestyle that he wanted. And that's really, it wasn't just a toothpaste thing. He started, that was the start of it. But that was a huge cause of it. He had told me that it was kind of silly for him to really base it off of that. But he thought they were compatible only because, like, a couple of things and because they had fun together. But then when they started realizing other things that they liked to do and they weren't supporting each other with that, then he started to realize that they weren't truly compatible. Okay, so there's lifestyle things here. And this creates a solid foundation for a very successful connection. All right? Or friendship or relationship, whatever this is for you. This is the big card here. The Sacred Woman. Now, this doesn't mean that this is only for females here, for women. This goes both ways, as you know. This is energy. You do not have to change who you truly are for anyone, Aquarius, period. As I was saying. Don't give in to those stereotypes. Those archetypes. Don't give in to how people say you should think, do, or act. The jobs you should have. What you should wear. Okay? Don't allow anyone to control you, Aquarius, because you are sacred. You are a divine being. You are God within. Understand your power. And when you understand your power, you understand who you really are as an individual, as that unique individual, because there's no one like you. If you want to be more respected, you have to treat yourself with respect. Again, you have to understand that you are a sacred being. Treat yourself as sacred, Aquarius. No matter what you look like, no matter what sex you are, no matter what your past looks like, no matter what job you hold, the car you drive, the house you live in, none of that matters. It's about who you are on the inside. You treat yourself as sacred, again, Aquarius, others will treat you the same. And if they don't, you're not compatible with them. Let's put it that way. You self-sabotage. You belittle yourself. You think you are less worthy of love, of abundance. Do you know what you're going to attract? That very same thing. Someone who has low self-worth, self-sabotages too, does not feel abundant, does not feel confident, has pity for themselves. There's no strong foundation when both people are operating from those levels. We have to really stand up for ourselves and speak up for ourselves, knowing that we are sacred. And again, it says a sacred woman, but this is not just about women here, because men need to know that they're sacred too. Again, everyone is a divine being here. We are all children of God. So we need to get away with, not being our true selves here. And there's these things where they say that, men are more powerful and they should be doing this and women are beneath them and all these other things. And again, the stereotypes here. We got to get away from that. And just because you're in a relationship and, you know, you like margaritas or something doesn't make you fully compatible. You start losing this sense of self, Aquarius. You start losing the fact that you are God within. It's really time for you to act the way that you know is right for you. Act from a place from your higher self. Don't let anybody try to change you to stay in your lower self or to become even lower. Okay? But it really stems from you understanding this energy. That you are worthy of great things. To include more compatible relationships. You have to start acting like you are sacred. Talking like you are sacred. Walking like you are sacred. You have to believe that about yourself. No matter what has happened in your life, Aquarius, doesn't matter. You are still a child of God regardless. And when you start acting like that and believing like that, then you're going to draw more people like that into your life. It's why for me, I've lost every friend that I had, practically everyone. I started to believe this about myself, which was raising my vibration. And so God said, okay, Jess, now you're starting to see for the time being that you are no longer compatible with these people. And until maybe they get to that place, maybe there will be some sort of reconnection here. But that is up to God, right? I don't have to worry about that, and I shouldn't be worrying about that. That's not my place. I have other things that I really need to be focusing on, right? Following my mission in teaching here. See the divinity within you, Aquarius, and others will see the divinity in you. And they will treat you the way you should be treated. All right? Respect yourself. Speak your truth. Own how you really feel. Act upon it. And stand in your power. Watch how your relationships change. And if you find yourself with nobody around, that's a good thing. Why, Aquarius? Because you open up the doors to allow those higher vibrational relationships and people and experiences and opportunities to come flooding in. They could all come in one by one, or it could be a bombardment of stuff like the Eight of Wands. Okay? Every one of us is that one word right there, sacred. You may not think so because of what somebody's done. Ask God that question and he will give you a different answer. right. Let's see what you need to focus on for this week. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Aquarius need to focus on for this week? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. This is like Empress energy, Aquarius. Queen of Pentacles. Kings and the Queens. Okay. How do you want me to receive, Spirit? The Knight of Swords is kind of like at a 45-degree angle. We'll leave it at that. I read intuitively, so I'm going to get a lot of stuff anyway. Let's just put it in the upright for now. It came this way. Okay? It's like this guy's about to fall off his horse. Don't do that. We have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. It's funny because Libra got the Knight of Swords. So, again, take action. Speak your truth, right? Be that champion of the people. Be that go-getter. All right? Don't give in to fear. You have that willfulness and that ambition to go after what it is that you want. This is being laser focused on what it is that is true for you. Being laser focused on your mission. Being laser focused on, you know, setting that goal. It's like keeping your eye on the prize and just going after it. Like taking action. If you want something, Aquarius, you're going to have to go after it. This could also mean you might be dealing with another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe there's something here where they're acting impulsively, recklessly, not speaking their truth. Maybe you need to say something to this person. Okay? Again, this is for some of you, not for all of you. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. Keep your unhealthy ego in check, but be honest with yourselves, okay? You gotta grab life by the horns. Grab the bull by the horns, as they say, Aquarius. Don't hold back. Be your authentic self. There could be some sudden life change that is going on right now or is about to happen. And they want you to just go with the flow. And with regards to compatible relationships here, it could very well be where, again, if you're dealing with a Knight of Swords in the shadow sense where someone's acting impulsively, recklessly, or they're coming in and out of your life, or they're just coming to take something from you and then leaving, then you're going to have to say something to this person. That's for somebody here. What's interesting is these are very, very different energies. They're opposite energies. This is the fastest energy in the deck, and this is one of the slowest. It's like there's some sort of conflict here. Maybe some of you are trying to rush things. You're trying to force things. But Spirit is calling you to have patience. Or divine timing with something. I know this sounds weird, guys, because I'm trying to ask my guides for clarity. It's like, Spirit, there's like two conflicting energies here. Fast and slow. Okay, I got it. Thank you. All right, a couple of things, Aquarius. You may be dealing with somebody who's very rude and sincere. Like I said, reckless, impulsive. They come in and out of your life, or they're just like scattered. It's like they're all over the place or something like that. This person is like very daring and adventurous, and maybe you are just like a little bit more reserved. Okay. You like to take things slow. Somebody likes to take things fast. That's not compatible, right? Some of you might be making a poor investment of your time, your energy, maybe your money on this person who is just all over the place. And Spirit is telling you to cut that cord. They want you to really take action on focusing on your well-being, tending to your garden, your healing. To just keep going. Make those more positive investments in your spiritual growth, in your well-being. You're dealing with some people who are just, yeah, they're complete opposites from you. Some of you, Aquarius. That's why I'm getting conflicting energies and looking at that compatibility energy here, right? It's like if you're allowing somebody to just kind of like blaze through in your life and then leave and then come back rushing in and then leave again, and then they're being rude and insincere and hurtful and just impulsive, like I said, and they're causing chaos in your life, again, you're going to have to speak up for yourself. You continue to allow somebody to take from you, and yeah, there's something here with money. Maybe people keep coming to you for money or something like that, or like they're destroying your inner peace. It's like with this slow, passive energy here. Okay, now they're telling me passive aggressive. Okay. Something with, somebody might just be coming out of nowhere and just coming to you for money, something like that. That's what I'm getting. That's for some of you, not for all of you, okay? If that's not resonating with your story, then that's not your story. Some of you are dealing with somebody who's like that. It's like you've been investing in something, maybe a home or some sort of career, or maybe trying to invest in yourself and your personal growth. And it's like somebody blazes in out of nowhere and it's like, oh, well, hey, I need money for this, or I need money for that, or something like that. And maybe you feel the need to have to give to them. Again, it could be anybody. It could be your partner, your son, your daughter, parents, friends. Could be anybody, okay? Could be anybody. The other message I'm getting with this is you really need to start taking action and being laser focused on investing in yourself and your personal growth. Don't try to rush your healing. Don't try to rush what it is you're trying to accomplish. Stay focused on the task at hand, but be patient. Again, don't try to rush it, especially with your personal growth and tending to your garden here. You have to let nature take its course. This is about planting the right seeds so that that orchard can surface, right? Because when you plant a seed, an apple tree, it takes a long time, not only for the tree to stand up, but for the apples to appear on it, right? The seeds you plant now should be growing the flowers, should be growing the apple trees, where you will have the orchard and then you will reap your harvest. You will be rewarded for the hard work that you put in. But you have to have this focus and willpower and willfulness and ambition to continue doing that. As long as you stay on the path and you don't force things, you don't rush things to happen, you will get your rewards. You reap what you sow, Aquarius. I think we've all heard of this. If you're trying to rush, if you're missing the details, if you're trying to circumvent something, you're trying to take shortcuts. It's like the world card in the reverse or something. You're going to miss something. You're going to miss watering a particular plant, and then that plant's going to die. Or you're going to miss the mark, and then all of a sudden you're moving too fast. And it's like, oh, I forgot to water my plants. And you put in all this hard work already, and then all of a sudden you're losing focus because you're blazing through the garden, and maybe you just throw some water on it and you just keep going, and then all of a sudden you're starting to realize, oh shoot, my plants are withering. What I've been trying to grow is withering. And then what happens? All that hard work you put in, you get disappointed because you were trying to rush things when everything is in divine order. It's nature's timing. It's God's will. It's not our will. So while you are taking the time, understanding that good things need time, take time, Aquarius, stay focused on the task at hand. If you guys are already on your mission, continue to be that champion of the people. Continue to be laser focused, to stay dedicated to what it is that you're being called to do. But again, understand that everything happens in divine timing. You have to have patience too. You got to find a balance between these two. Don't try to force, don't try to rush, just wait it out. But continue to grow, to learn and evolve. This is Earth School. We don't stop learning. We don't stop growing. We keep going. We have that perseverance, especially when we have that laser focus. We are staying committed to what it is we're being called to do, but we continue to plant more of those seeds. Rome wasn't built in a day, they said. What you are putting in right now, Aquarius, is going to affect other generations. And you want to get it right in a sense where, again, you're going to be planting the seeds that grow the apple trees, not weeds. That's why you have to be careful with this impulsive, fast energy here, where you're missing the mark and you're trying to take shortcuts here. And if you're dealing with people where your energies are just not on the same, their energies are not the same, it's like night and day here almost. You're really going to have to do something about that. Because this person here, if this is resonating with you, if it's dealing with a person who's like this, they're affecting your growth here. And if this is you trying to rush it, you can't rush it because it goes against God's order. It goes against divine order. Okay? Your person will come to you in divine timing. When you have done your work, you will reap the harvest here. But again, don't try to become someone you're not just to make it come in faster. Okay? Trust me, I know. At some point, it was difficult for me too, because I was like, okay, cool. I've done the work. And my guides were like, yes, you have. Okay, cool. So now union's going to happen and this is going to happen and I'm going to reap my harvest. But they're like, you just planted the seeds, Jess. You got to continue working your mission and stay focused and continue to water your garden. You're going to continue to learn, grow, and evolve, even though you've achieved union with self. I was like, what? But it makes sense. Because again, Rome wasn't built in a day. When the farmer plants those seeds to get ready for the harvest, it's for whatever it is he's growing, it takes months, right? Months. Could be years. Be patient. Stay focused and committed to your mission, to the task at hand, to your personal growth. Keep growing, keep learning, keep evolving. Keep doing the hard work. Patience is greatly rewarded to those who are able to maintain that. It's like Tyler Perry says, climb and maintain. Don't go downwards on the mountain, keep climbing. Downwards, whatever I just said. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. It's showing up again, Aquarius. You see, I love this deck because look, her head is not in her hands. She has all these swords around her, but she's praying. And she has a smile on her face. She knows she's not alone in this. Because she has God, her angels, her ancestors, her deceased grandparents. She prays real hard to make sure she doesn't fall into despair. She doesn't fall into that monkey mind. She's not doubting. She's not worrying. She's not stressing the hell out. She's not getting overly anxious about things. She's praying to God so that she can have that strength to continue to persevere. Go get her. Perseverance cards here. Just keep going. Just keep going. There's no need to give in to this. There will be a recovery. Things will get better. Patience. Prayer is going to help a lot of you. All of you. Not a lot. All of you. Okay? Whatever it is, you don't have to, go to a church and do a prayer, whatever. Just talk to God about this. Okay? Talk to God about it. Find a sense of peace here. Seek that solace for your pain. Don't be all up in your head, Aquarius. Because you're coming into the clear. Okay? With that Knight of Swords energy, All right, whether it's somebody we talked about who's coming in and out of your life, trying to take your money or disrupt your inner peace or whatever this is for you, and it's causing a lot of stress, you have the power to stop that person from doing it. If that's your energy, you're trying to rush things and you're missing things. You're doing that because you're afraid. You are really paralyzed with fear about something happening or not happening. Pray about it. Whatever this is, pray about it. Don't give your power to the devil. Give it to God. Honor yourself. Respect yourself. Oh, this could also be maybe some of you are trying to save the day. You might be trying to save others with the Knight of Swords energy. It could be something financial. You keep trying to save people. And again, could be dealing with money. Because you're afraid something might happen to them. I don't know, it's different for everybody. But it's causing you this. Sleepless nights. You may be crying a lot. You might be crying during this reading because it's like, I can't get out of this Knight of Swords because it showed up again. Again, you do not have to be someone that you're not. You're not supposed to be. So whatever this is, you got to start praying. Find that peace. We don't need this stress anymore. The worry, the fear. No more fear. Just be patient. God's going to get you through this, whatever this is. For somebody, it might have to do with moving or relocation because we have the Knight of Swords there. This is interesting, Aquarius. You know what's after this? The Queen of Pentacles. I talked about the Queen of Pentacles, right? Self-worth, self-confidence, owning your power. Patience. Things will turn out fine. You can't give in to this fear. This energy, this Nine of Swords brings more of that. If you are not finding your peace within yourself and you're not breaking the cycles, maybe you guys, stuff goes wrong and you go straight to this energy of despair, hopelessness. God is with you through all of this. Again, we had the Sacred Woman at the bottom of the deck. Do not give in to fear. Anxiety and stress is not going to bring you out of the situation. All right. Take better care of yourself, especially your mind here. Your energies. Nurture yourself. Take a time out. Again, invest more time, energy in your personal growth here. Okay, let's see what you need to avoid for this week. What does Aquarius need to avoid? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. That wants to come out. The Hanged Man. Did I say take a time out? I think I did. This is the take a time out card. You need to let go and let God. You might have gotten this last time too. I can't remember. Some of you are resisting surrendering, whatever this is. That Nine of Swords is apparently creeping up in the reading now, Aquarius. You got to look at this from a different perspective. Take a time out. Take a breather. Meditate. Remove yourself from the chaos. Remove yourself from your monkey mind. Get to a place of solace and peace. Take a pause. Start going within. Pray about it so that you can get some mental clarity, because the Nine of Swords is really affecting your mental state. You will get the solution to your problem, whatever this is, Aquarius, if you just take it easy. You remove yourself from whatever crazy energies are surrounding you, chaos with the Knight of Swords, and say, okay, let me take a breather. Let me take a time out. I'm going to go within. Let me look at this from a different angle. What am I missing? That's why I was saying some of you are just like rushing. You're blazing through something. You're trying to force something instead of being patient and trusting in God here. You have to, again, really watch your energies here, Aquarius. There's no need to worry. There's no need to give in to fear. Our bodies weren't designed for that. So I heard somewhere, if you're praying and you don't feel at peace, keep praying. If you've prayed enough and you feel at peace, you don't feel 1 ounce of anxiety anymore, then you're good to go. Because you've gotten to that place of solace. You prayed enough, and God has given you the strength and given you that vitality, whatever it is you've been praying for. And now you don't really need that anymore because it's already part of you. And you're at peace, then you're golden. Okay? You're golden. But some of you really need to just surrender. Let go and let God. Let go of the past. Let go of the need to be in a relationship, possibly, to help fix things, maybe. Maybe you're expecting somebody else to come save the day. Or maybe you've been getting messages that somebody is going to come in and save the day to help you with something, and it hasn't arrived yet. Oh, it's going to come out of nowhere. It's out the gate. It's on its way, Aquarius. But it's in divine timing. Okay? You have to allow God to step into this, especially for those who are trying to really force things and blaze right through stuff, trying to rush it. No. You have to allow God to do his work. Let those fears, those anxieties, the stress go. Be in this state of peace. I mean, look, he's hanging from the tree and he's not freaking out that he's hanging upside down here. He knows this is necessary to get him recalibrated, to help him be in this state of, peace here, balance. There's a lack of focus here. Stay focused on what it is you need to be doing right now. Some of you, it's working on your health, your personal growth, your spirituality, your spiritual growth. Others, it's your mission. Staying on task. You've been called to do something, Aquarius. You need to stay laser focused on your mission. I know it gets crazy, and then things start to worry, especially with your other readings. We've heard all of these wonderful things right now. Apparently, there's this thing where some of you are losing hope. You're losing faith here. There's this uncertainty surrounding you. Is this going to work out? Maybe there's a sense of, things are on hold right now. Again, divine timing. You got to wait. You got to be patient. Patience is needed here. You can't rush whatever this is. It could even be that the universe is now telling me there might be a delay somewhere with something. But God's got this. You have to trust in that. And if some of you are stalling on doing the work, especially if you want somebody to come into your life and have this really great, successful relationship, or have better relationships with people, you're gonna have to do the work, because some of you, where you're at right now vibrationally, you're continuing to attract relationships that are just not for your highest good. You can't rush the work. You can't rush the healing. Everything takes time. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. But like I like to say, when my guides told me, my angels said to me one day, well, I think it came out of a reading, I was channeling it. 3 years to us could very well be 3 seconds to God. God has no idea what the heck 3 years means. He doesn't understand what a week means. What he wants is for everything to be in perfect balance, like this card, and to be in a state of peace. There's no chaos surrounding this individual, because this individual is not in chaos. They are not surrounding themselves with that type of scattered energy, that craziness, all right? God wants things to be perfect according to him. Everything aligned. Like this energy here, the Hanged Man does talk about aligning your chakras. Everything's in full alignment. Getting to a place of like taking a pause, a timeout, whatever, to get back to center. All right? It's the same thing with when God is trying to bring stuff into our lives. It has to be in a perfect order for him. It's not based off of what we want, how we want it to be, how we want it to appear. We don't have that type of foresight. We don't have that type of ability to make it perfectly work out. Because remember, there are other people at play here. It's not just about us. It's about the whole planet. So whatever this is, Aquarius, God's doing it on his own time, because there's way other factors at play, and it does have to do with the astrological transits. Maybe for some of you, with whatever it is that you're just kind of like anxious about, you're worried about, it's not coming until after Mercury goes direct, because Mercury is still in retrograde. So maybe there might be something where with everything else that's going on astrologically, once Mercury goes direct, all of the planets will be direct. So maybe there is something with that, and we just had the new moon in Aquarius. There's a culmination of things here, Aquarius. So what I'm getting from my angels here now is that there's something about all of the planets being direct for this harvest to appear. okay, to come into the physical. This could very well be for some of you. You stick it out and you are patient, because patience is going to be greatly rewarded, because I know there's a lot of people giving up on stuff because they have lack of patience. You know what they're missing out on? Some people, and I've been getting this in other readings, drastic changes. And I know the one reading that blew up on my channel talked about that. If you guys didn't see that, that was my August 30th, 2021 reading. You won't believe how drastically your life is going to change. That's popping up again. Sudden life changes. There could very well be, for some of you here, this is the millionaire card if you don't already know. There's something about some of you coming into some massive amount of money. It's like you are being fast-tracked to your abundance because you've been patient in doing the hard work. That's why patience is so important here. Both of these cards are patient. Don't force, don't rush. Just stay focused on what it is you're supposed to be doing. Because again, for some, if you got a business or something like that, or whatever it is that you're working towards, your money situation is going to drastically change. But you must maintain patience. It's all according to God's plan. Okay? All of it. And again, there's something about the planets being direct. All of them. Because now Venus is direct. Okay? There could be some huge sudden life changes happening very soon. And when I say very soon, they told me that, but God's kind of chuckling, because God's like, well, soon doesn't really... soon to God is different from soon to us. And again, a lot of us have been getting the same messages about similar things, right? But just know that you are going to reap your rewards if you have been planting those seeds. And God's waiting to see, like, are you really patient enough, Aquarius? Are you really ready for what's to come? It's all a setup. It's all preparation for what's coming. Because God doesn't want you to blow this abundance that comes in. The harvest that you will reap, all the rewards that you will get for your labor. He doesn't want you to mess that up. Are you really going to have that perseverance? Because when you get this, Aquarius, what happens after this? You're going to be catapulted to something else. It can involve even more money coming in. You could even work yourself up to being a billionaire, okay? That's for like some people here, a few people here. But they need you to be ready and prepared, because when this hits real fast, they don't want you to mess it up. And that strength and resilience that you're building, that willpower here, you're going to be like, whoa, what just happened? But you're going to be a lot smarter. Intelligence here, with not blowing all of the abundance, all of the wealth, whatever these rewards are coming in, whatever that harvest is. Some of you planted a lot of very good, healthy seeds, which is why some of you, with the money situation, it could very well be a significant, it could be in the millions, okay? You cannot get hung up on the worry and the stress. You can't. You're deflecting that abundance from coming in. There's like a Saturn thing here. Maybe you have to check your Saturn placements. Saturn does not deny, but he delays. And that's why there's an energy of something's being suspended, something's on hold. Because maybe some of you are undergoing a huge test right now, to see if you truly understand that everything is according to God's plan, divine order, and that everything happens in divine timing. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Don't let them run high. Don't go crazy. Don't get all emotional. Don't start freaking out. Okay? Just go with the flow. Allow God to do his thing, and you stay focused on what you are being called to do. All right? Trust your intuition with this. Some of you are starting to doubt your intuition. I don't blame you, because I was going through this, especially at the end of 2021. And sometimes it still creeps up. We're human. You got to find that emotional imbalance, because your emotions are running high. You're not emotionally imbalanced. That's what's causing the stress, the worry, and the anxiety, the hopelessness. Okay? Get out of that energy. Just let go and let God. Just pray about it. Just pray about it. Some of you are very intuitive, very psychic. Trust in your gut, Aquarius. Trust your gut. This also could talk about what's on hold for some of you is your relationship moving to the next phase, or that connection coming in with a counterpart or whoever this is. Okay. But this is also like the sacred woman energy. Take good care of yourself, Aquarius. Know that you embody that divine feminine within. Whether you're male or female, we all have that. But sometimes one of those energies tends to be stronger than the other. Be in that power. Trust your intuition. Go with the flow. Stay connected to God. Continue to have compassion and forgiveness and love for others and yourself. Even when you guys aren't compatible, things don't work out, it's for a reason. It's all according to God's plan. But she understands that, because she's healed from the cup that she was drinking from, the divine love of God. She's trusting in herself and in God too. She's full of God's love here, and she gives that to others. She doesn't judge herself. She doesn't judge others. She has no lack of forgiveness for herself, and she has no lack of forgiveness for others. She knows that brings her peace. Look how calm and serene she is in this picture. There's something with writing here. Either with publishing, you're writing a book, something with communication. Maybe some of you need to write down your intentions or something like that. Or maybe you've been writing down your intentions and they haven't manifested yet. And you're like, what? I thought this was supposed to work. And maybe you're seeing other people getting the manifestations here. Let me tell you something, Aquarius. If that you're resonating with that, the bigger the manifestation, the longer it takes. If you were destined to come into a significant amount of money, millionaire, billionaire, that takes a long time, right? Doesn't happen just overnight. You got to build up to that. You got to plant the seeds to reap that. Some of you had to plant a lot of seeds to get that millionaire, billionaire status, okay? But for some, it's going to come blazing out of the blue here. Sudden life changes. But good things take time. So maybe some of you were like, okay, well, I haven't manifested anything. What's going on? And maybe Your bank account's getting low, or you're thinking you're hoping to move, or something was happening here, and you're like, I'm getting down to the wire. And that's maybe why your emotions are running high and you're feeling crazy and melancholic, maybe irrational, and it's like you're getting mad at God or whatever this is. No. Which is causing the anxiety and stress levels to go through the roof? No. Here's the thing. With manifesting, what I've realized, we can write down certain things, but God's like, that's actually not for your highest good. We have something even better than that. When I write my intentions, I write down this or something better, now manifests for the greatest good of all. And remember, I said people come into play with this. It's not just about you and what you are wanting. There's other people, especially if other people are involved in your intention setting. God has to work with those people, those things too. Let's say you want to get into a house. God has to make all of that work to include who your realtor is going to be, who the owners are going to be, what house it's going to be, who you're going to be interacting with, who you're going to be living with, the people, if they have children with other people, how they're going to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? There's many working parts to this with whatever it is you want to manifest. So stop getting worried and stressed out. You have to trust in God and have faith. Let go. Allow God to continue doing his work. Patience, Aquarius, patience. Because some of you, something is happening and it's not even in your intention list maybe. You're going to get something better than what you've been asking for. That's why it's taking so long. Because some of you did a lot of hard work. You've planted a lot of seeds along the way. Some of you have been working your mission. But you're like, why isn't it here yet? And maybe you're trying to jump the gun. Oh my God, I need this to happen because this is not, I'm down to the wire. The story of Peter, Simon Peter and Andrew. Peter was in huge debt. He was going to lose his house. He was going to lose everything. He was going to go to jail, I think it was, because he did pay his taxes and all this stuff, right? He goes out to fish. He catches nothing. Everyone else comes to help him. Nothing's going on. Morning comes. Simon Peter's like, okay, you know what? Simon's saying, I'm just done. I'm just done. That's it for me. My life is over. Jesus is teaching at the shore. And then Jesus goes, cast your nets. And they're like, are you crazy? We've been fishing all night, all morning. Cast a net. Cast a net. He casts the net. They cast the nets out. What happens? All of those fish come into the net. It's dragging the boat down. And all of a sudden, they have 2 boats filled with fish. That was way more money than the debt that Simon owed. And then Simon and his wife were able to live comfortably. And then, of course, Simon starts following Jesus to do that whole thing. This is very similar to your situation, Aquarius. It's like God's going to come in at the 11th hour. And God's going to tell you, see, I told you that it was going to happen for you. You had to have faith and you had to trust in me. You had to allow me to do my work because there are a lot of working parts in this. A lot. You have to trust your intuition. Your intuition's been telling you a bunch of things, but you're not seeing it in the physical. And you're like, wait a minute, maybe this is not going to happen because I'm hearing it again. You're getting down to the wire with something. If you've been putting in the work, Aquarius, you're going to reap what you've been sowing, and it's going to come out of nowhere. I said drastic life changes. You need to be patient, okay? Spirit, do you want me to clarify? They said nope. That's the second reading where they told me not to clarify, so I will not do that. See, I really don't need tarot to get my messages out. They're helpful because I know a lot of people, they want to see the cards, but you guys, you've watched me, you know that I can talk, but I channel a lot of information. I'm very, very strongly connected to my peoples. All right, let's see what your guidance is for the week. What guidance do we have for our lovely Aquarians? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh my God. Angel Aura Quartz, lighten up. Come on, Aquarius. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Yes, it's okay. I opened up right to it. Yes, it's okay to lighten up. Life is serious enough. A little levity always adds perspective. Make time for the things that make you smile and laugh amidst all of life's responsibilities. Give yourself permission to prioritize fun. You deserve it. Embrace the childlike curiosity and excitement that you have within you. Be silly. Tap into your carefree, lighthearted nature. You know what they say about all work and no play. Stay connected with your innate playfulness so that when it's time for work, you can show up as the best version of yourself. What does fun look like for you? What makes you smile? When was the last time you laughed so hard that you cried? Your affirmation is, I allow myself to have fun. Today, find a reason to laugh and let loose. Tell a joke, watch a funny show, or share a funny picture with a loved one. Chill out, Aquarius. We got, see, patience, hangman, chill out, time out. Time out. Fluorite. Did I show you the bottom of the deck? I don't think I did. Look what it says. Find the peace within. What was I talking about? Open right up to it again. Peace is not something you find out there. It comes from within. There's no need to wait for the whirlwind of life to stand still. That's Knight of Swords energy. And you don't even need to reach internal stillness to tap into it. Peace means the acceptance of your circumstances and the conviction of your beliefs. You can act and find solace when you are at peace with your decisions. By choosing peace, you can tune out external disturbances and embrace a calmer state of being, so you can go about your daily life and confront any challenge. What allows you to tap into a state of inner peace? What does peace look like for you? How can you show up to life from a state of peace? Your affirmation, your other one is, I live in a state of peace. Whenever you see a mirror today, take a deep breath and repeat your affirmation. Bring this peaceful state of being to all your activities. Peace, guys. That's why I said the Nine of Swords there. I was reading it and the other side of it. Find peace. Let's see what's going on with your love situation. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Please reveal to me for my highest good and for Aquarius' highest good. What is going on with their love situation? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Do you want that to come out? Yes. Whoa! Look what card comes out. The romance card. Cupid's arrow strikes. What was I talking about? The Eight of Wands? Those are Cupid's arrows. See? What was I talking about with the Queen of Cups? There's a possibility for some of you that the relationship is moving to the next level here, or there's some relationship coming in, a new relationship, a beautiful relationship coming in. There it is. That's for some, not for all. But here's the thing. That's why I say some, not for all. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. As for others of you, I think I talked about that. Don't focus on the romance. This is why I said what I said at the beginning of the reading. This is what I was focusing on, and I was not compatible with any of the people. And let me tell you, I'll be completely honest. I'm going to be completely honest. Hold on, let me think here. I only dated 5 people my entire life. The 4th one was my husband, which I'm now divorced from. Some of you don't believe me. You can ask anybody that I know. Okay? You can even ask my husband if you want, ex-husband if you want. I'm being serious. I didn't start dating until I was in college. God did not want that for me, and I know very well why that was. 5 people, okay? The 4th one was ended up being my husband of 10 years, who I'm now divorced from. All of those I was not compatible with at all. I was focusing on what? As I said at the beginning, this. This is way more important than this, everybody. Absolutely. It was one of my hardest lessons to learn. And thank God that I went through what I did, because now I am attracting someone who is like practically my equal, my divine counterpart. All right? So some of you, this is coming in because you invested your time, energy, and money on yourself, on your personal growth, and you had that patience. You were very focused on it and your mission. You did this. You put more time to yourself. Others of you, this is what you need to be doing right now. I channeled both of these types of energies. There's always 2 different groups in my readings. Okay? You need to be that person that God wanted you to be, so you can attract someone that you're going to have an amazing relationship with. But you got to do the work first, and it takes time. It takes time. All right? Again, some of you, stop focusing on this. Others of you, this is coming in because you stopped focusing on it and you did the work. Okay? Look what's underneath this. Let's see. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. See? Those of you done the work, keep being patient because it's coming in. This is, okay, let me get away from this. What's coming in, love is coming in. I don't really like this word. Let me, okay. Oh God, this is what gets me. You can have romance in a connection, right? But it's not the whole point of being in a connection. I think you guys get me, right? There's something bigger than romance coming in. This is going to be part of your connection for those of you who've done the work, but it's not just about this, okay? The new beginning in this more compatible. It's a companionship, okay? Not a relationship, a companionship. So some of you, there's a new beginning in that. Others of you, this is a new start for you to start working on yourself so you can attract your divine counterpart, the love of a lifetime, okay? Let's see what's at the top. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. It's part of that compatibility and sacred women type of energy, okay? Spirit, do we have anything else? They said, put this up in the camera again. Lighten up, Aquarius. Okay? Go have some fun. Go have some fun. Stop worrying. Enjoy yourself. Like it said, watch a funny movie. Be childlike. All right? You don't have to adult all the time. All right, Aquarius. If you would like a personal reading with me, please check out the description box below for information on that. I am offering special love readings for the month of February only, since it is the month of love, and I am not really a love reader person, as you know, but I am offering 15-minute readings. I have two different love readings, one that's 18 plus and the other one that is not. I have links to both of those in the description box below, okay? If you go to capellawellness.com, you go to the personalized readings section category, you will find both of those readings right there at they're the first two listed on my website, all right? Any questions you have at all about this reading, about anything else, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is in the description box, or if you go to capellawellness.com, there are multiple ways for you to get in contact with me. All right? All right, Aquarius, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this channel and this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.